Okay, guys, we're going to call I'm going to call the special closed council meeting to order and recess it until after the open and closed general purposes committee meeting. I'll call the general purposes committee meeting to order and have a motion on the minutes. Moved and seconded. Any discussion, errors or omission? All those in favor, opposed, carried. Then we got the two poverty matters. So the first one is the UBCM Reduction Planning and Action Grant Submission. Melanie Berner or Kim, do you have anything to add to your report?
Staff have nothing further to add and are here to answer any questions.
All right, so the recommendation is moved and seconded. Anybody got any comments, discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? That is carried. And then we have the terms of reference. I thought it made more sense to put that on GP because of what we just passed than to have the separate item at planning. So that's why it's here. So Melanie or Kim, anything further?
Staff have nothing further and are here to answer any questions.
All right, so it's moved and seconded. Councillor Al.
Yes, I just want to ask a question on GP 25 about the membership. So how will the three people from the, residents with this experience being selected or recruited?
Through your worship to Councillor Isle, we will work with the community organizations on the committee who directly work with residents with lived and living experience to recruit participants for the committee.
And what kind of support will be given to these people if they are really living in very bad conditions? How can they come to attend regular meetings? Or how can they be informed about the meetings?
Through your worship to Councillor Al, we will have to do that on an individual basis when we develop the 2021 to 2031 Collaborative Action Plan to reduce and prevent poverty in Richmond. We did have residents with living experience on the committee, and so we did work with those individuals to ensure there weren't barriers to participation, whether it was an online committee and they needed online access or what that may be. So we'll address those on a one-by-one case.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Councillor Wolf. Michael?
Yes, thanks. The only question I have is there another existing table or group that the city would say is at a similar city involvement? So could you speak to that? I know they're not an advisory committee. They're not necessarily going on the list with all those ones. So where would they fit in with other groups that the city's part of? Thanks.
Through your worship to Councillor Wolf, this table will be quite similar to the homelessness table that was created when we created and Council adopted the homelessness strategy. So that table has representatives from the community and individuals with lived experience as well as organizations that are working with people that are experiencing homelessness as well as city representation there.
Okay, so all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So that's carried. Someone move adjournment? Adjournment. And I'll call to